All right. We're ready, guys. We're ready. Star Citizen live.
And we say bye-bye.
Star Citizen live, and we're live. Let's get it. Live on the YouTube as well. Let's see how this goes.
Time. You gotta build the splines and then adjust the.
Jesus.
And you gotta build the splines. You gotta adjust the splines and everything. So it's just it goes, and it's like 28 minutes long or something. I don't quite remember, but it just never hits the corner. It's my promise to like everybody in Star Citizen is that, you know, I will bring you close to satisfaction without ever fully delivering it. So it just bounces and bounces, and it gets close to the corner every couple of times. But
All right, dude. Let me wake up.
Good show.
Great show. Great show.
hi, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to Star Citizen Live Industrial Gameplay. I'm your host, Jared Huckabee.
Hello,
And if you've never
Jared.
seen Star Citizen Live before, it's where we take about an hour out of the end of our week and we chat with CIG developers. Sometimes I ask them my questions. Sometimes I ask them your questions. This is one of those shows where I ask them your questions. So we got about 30 or some pre-taped, and then of course there'll be whatever ones pre-taped. It's not pre-taped. It's live. Syllabus. Plus, we'll take some questions from chat. So we're just going to jump into it. Let me introduce you to our two esteemed, you know.
Steamed?
Well, you guys, they're steamed. Wow.
They ask, like, hey, Jared, do you need anything to prep for the show? And I'm like, nah, I've been doing this 11 years. I got it. You got something. Our two esteemed guests joining us recently relocated here to the Manchester studio permanently, so I get to see you every day I want to and just get to walk up and be like, hey, Torsten, what's going on? Look, I didn't put my hand on it. You thought I was going to do it. You thought I was going to do it, and I didn't. Audio guy gets angry anytime I do this. Torsten, tell everybody who you are and what you do for Star Citizen.
That's funny.
Hello, I'm Torsten.
Hi, Torsten.
Lead systems designer.
And what does lead systems designer do?
So every gameplay that you encounter in the Star Citizen universe somehow went through our team's hands at some point, and that is basically our responsibility. Well, we have.
I was going to say, you just said every gameplay. Okay. Yeah. Send your letters to Torsten Lyman, care of 6 Manchester Goods Street. It's all your fault. Go ahead. Congratulations.
It's all our fault.
You just took responsibility for everything.
Well,
Including mine.
someone has to take responsibility.
Wow. Wow. Woo. We're starting hot today.
How do you think the show's going so far?
What's up, Buck Rogers? What's going on, everybody?
Killing it.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's got this light. Anytime I do this, the audio guy's like, stop doing this. You make it hard to hear. What if I talk like this? 11 years. Elliot. No, it's not. It's above. Yeah. I did this.
No, that's a loophole I don't like.
This is a perfectly natural and normal way to hold your face.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Elliot.
Goodness me. I love these
My
guys.
mind to my mind.
Yeah.
My thoughts to my thoughts.
Guys.
Elliot, who are you and what do you do?
Hi, yeah, I'm Elliot.
Elliot!
I am the lead mission designer, and I put a bow on Torsten systems and give players money for engaging with them,
Ooh,
I guess.
the economy guy.
All right. You build all the
Morning, Red
mission stuff
Sox.
that drive people to the systems and drive people
Exactly.
to exploring and experiencing all the systems that he and his team.
You'd agree, right, Torsten? Right, don't you?
Does your work without his work?
Does my work work? I mean, no, actually, because we need the systems in the game to function. So yeah, it's
Oops.
true.
Sorry,
And
guys.
Does your work matter if there's no systems driving people to experience them?
We don't care about.
Yeah.
All right, I want to take a picture of this. Hold on. I'm sorry for
And that's why
for a thumbnail. Because the thumbnail I have on there currently is really
So-
bad.
The boss is in Australia. I'm sure he's not watching right now. What time is it there? I'm sure he's asleep. If he is watching, I'm sorry.
Fired.
As we are wont to do sometimes, we put up a thread up on Spectrum, which is the bespoke communication platform available on robertspaceindustries.com. Yes, I'm still shilling for it 10 some odd years later.
Spectrum.
Where you guys get to submit your questions, vote up on which ones you wanted to see answered most. We ignore the voting whatsoever and pick the ones that we want to talk about. And that's what we've done today. So we've got a list here in no particular order. We're going to start with the first question. What is your plan to make industrial gameplay actually fun?
Oh my God!
Which one of us is that for?
Isn't it fun already? So
Wow!
So there are definitely things that can still be improved, but I think we already have some well-working industrial gameplay loops. So mining has a huge fan base, salvage has a huge fan base. They also specifically target different type of player groups. We have refueling somewhere still in the background of all the existing mechanics.
Refueling!
That is still, there.
It works.
There are some plans to improve it.
Sometimes.
In the not too distant future, but
You heard it here first, folks. Refueling is there.
yeah. So there are a lot of industrial gameplay loops that we already have, and they work right now in isolation, and they work more. Some work better, some work can be improved, but yeah, overall then there's the up and coming. So some of you might have already played the tech preview for crafting, but
Not yet.
that is basically the end goal that every industrial gameplay loop that we have will actually tie into. So,
Yeah, that's really true too. Yeah,
moving
that's a good
forward,
point.
and basically that will be also covered by a lot of the questions that you asked. We will always come back to, yeah, because we have crafting now and because crafting is right around the corner, everything will start to tie back into together or tie into each other, and then we will finally have a full gameplay loop that is then called the industrial gameplay loop. And then way later, when we have base building, we will basically fulfill a full circle where we then start with the normal player-to-player, ship-based industrial gameplay loops into crafting, into base building, and then with the location-based industrial gameplay loops.
Awesome.
So to answer the question, is it fun? Answer the question for yourself. If there's something that you enjoy, it's fun for you.
So you're telling him to look inwards.
Of course.
Look inside yourself, guys.
That's the benefit of Star Citizen. We have so many gameplay loops. You can pick what you like and you can enjoy it. And you can play it actually like we are one of the few games where you can, I wanted to say waste a lot of time in just one gameplay loop, but you can spend a lot of time in that gameplay loop and enjoy your life.
I like it.
I told the other people in marketing that on the show today, I had Torsten and Elliot, and no joke, they looked at me and went, "Oh, are you still going to have a job at the end of this?"
Oh no!
Because of him?
No, because of the comment. You always. I'm going to step in here. You always come from a very pragmatic, a very self-deprecating point of view. But I want to point out that in the years since cargo was first introduced, before your time here, the years since mining was introduced, you got to start with mining and it's like this. These systems have evolved tremendously. Since their first versions, it's always a bit of a Star Citizen meme, and there are many Star Citizen.
Yeah, I definitely get this.
This is T0.
I definitely get
T1.
the
We have seen
vibe that Torsten's
mining and
very
cargo
stressed.
and salvage as
I do get
industrial
that.
gameplay loops continue to iterate. Year after year.
I feel like he's tired.
Mining is a far throw from where it was when it started. We recently just had another big revision to salvage, where salvage is in the best place it's ever been. Your first version of engineering. It just came out. I was just in a meeting where they were talking. You were presenting new improvements and the evolutions to engineering stuff. These things continue to evolve and will continue to evolve. So, what is your plan to make industrial gameplay actually fun? Is a bit of a trick question because it's literally the entire purpose of your existence here.
Yes, I would say so.
It's like I half expected you to say like, I spend every minute of my life in this goal. I hope I achieve it someday. But I liked your answer. Like, would you say look inward?
Look inward. Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those. It's hard too because not every gameplay loop is for every person.
Yeah, that's salvage and versus mining is actually one good example there. You have the hull scraping, which is more relaxing. You put on some music, you do something on the side, but you still feel productive in the game. Versus mining, where you have to pay attention to not blow yourself up. Yes.
It's like this little cozy gaming kind of thing where you just
Yes.
kind of sit back and
I like salvaging,
like
guy.
your-
Who's a
and the whole
salvager in the
ships.
chat?
And
How many
only your
salvagers?
Nothing else. Can we have more variety in industrial missions?
Yeah.
Cool. Moving on.
Yeah, so when we do some missions like this, we try to go at it and be scalable so that as we build more and more systems and more locations, these missions can populate into other systems and always give players something to do. So our first delivery was that. It was something that was scalable, that was fun and open, that players can sort of choose how they come at it.
Okay.
However, we definitely want to keep adding it and have things like Shubin are asking you to go mine their mining claim. They own this mining claim. They own these pieces of rocks. They've given you exclusive rights, and they want you to go there and mine it for them.
They own it.
We want Battaglia back, and we want her to have missions where she's sending you to go do scouting missions. So you don't have to mine the rocks, but she wants you to go out and she goes, I need you to find me 10 of rock that contain iron. And in the future when crafting comes online, it's like, I want you to find me 15 that have a quality over the value of 400.
Oh, that's
something
true,
like
yeah.
that.
Okay.
So we
That's cool.
definitely want more variety in our industrial missions, because
But-
what we've got right now is the base level. It's the foundation of industrial missions. It's the idea of this location wants a bunch of resources. You choose how to get them. You use whatever tools are at your sandbox control to do it, whatever tools Torsten gives you, and then you look inward for the fun.
You mentioned Battaglia. We're working to bring. What are you laughing at? We're working to bring Battaglia back, hopefully later this year.
We're working very hard. I have been reviewing the stuff we've been building for it, and it's very fun.
Later this year, okay.
Why are you smiling, Torsten? Have faith.
Oh no.
Over here.
No, it'd be good. You know, we experimented with mission givers however long ago, and then
Wait.
they fell to the wayside because other priorities and stuff like that. But being able to bring back mission givers will be a nice new addition to that kind of stuff, because you know you can only look at a movie glass so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mission givers.
These new industrial missions, these new ones that just went online, what was it, last week?
Something like that.
About? What were those? In case people don't know that a brand new set of industrial missions went online just last week.
So we introduced the new industrial missions, and basically inside of that is the salvage and mining. So what happens is a faction asks you to gather resources for them and bring it to their location. So they'll ask for sort of, you know, X amount of iron, X amount of conundrum, or whatever resources we have in our game, and the player is tasked to retrieve them by any means necessary.
Okay.
So the main way that players will engage with this is via the mining and refining loops. That's the most obvious. However, players can also purchase these and turn them in, or players could pirate other players and steal them and turn them in if they didn't want to engage with that mining.
Right.
So they're kind of like this open Lego box, and you choose how you build the mission yourself. You kind of go, okay, I'm going to do it like this or this. We also did other salvage ones. So we introduced FPS salvage, and by FPS salvage, I don't mean FPS hull scraping. I mean, we give you actual missions that require you to gather components off of a ship, whether it be
I like that.
shields, weapons. We have missions that are like, hey, just go get me a bunch of size 0 weapons, or size this weapons, components. We have some bugs of it that we're looking into and we're trying to fix to allow you to sort of do the existing salvage claim missions that Adagio offer. So you can do those, pay for the salvage rights, salvage those ships, and then put them straight into the resource gathering mission if you so wish. We also put time into trying to do a simplistic intro for these, where the player is sent to a cave near the outpost where they have to drop off and asked to go in and find one little gem of aphorite. And the same thing with the salvage. We give you this first ship so you can understand it and how it works. Just so it's a better sort of onboarding experience for new players who haven't ever engaged. I'm a combat fighter. I've never done this. how do I do it?
Right.
So we can give them that sort of the tools to
Actually-
understand if there's fun.
One of the reasons why we have the signatures now for the caves.
Yes. That took a while to get working,
Yeah.
but we figured it out.
And it was Deck who figured it out
Yes.
overnight.
Yes. Yeah, we had this cave and we had a signature, so when you're like going around scanning for it, it'd pop up. And the marker was never there. And the radius was set to something like 4 million.
Yeah.
So 4 million miles away, you'd see the cave, but it never popped up for, I don't know, like, it's not been there since I've been here, so like good 6-7 years. And then Deck looked into it and was like, the marker was set to be invisible.
Yes.
And we're like,
Oh my
Yep.
gosh, no
yeah, we
way.
fixed it.
Happens.
Game dev, it's just fun.
No way.
That's your one.
We shouldn't have shared
shit.
that one. Yeah, we shouldn't have shared that one. We shouldn't have shared that.
This is what the people in marketing were talking about.
Yeah, we shouldn't have shared that. That's the one we
My
shouldn't have
colourful
shared.
language.
Let's jump around to some of these industrial professions here. Let's do a cargo question here. Has the team devised any plans for a cargo manifest MFD of some kind that tells you what you have aboard your ship, possibly where it's located, maybe using the same 3D view from the engineering panel? It seems strange that third parties who scan our ship have a better idea of exactly what we have aboard than our captains or crew do.
That's a good
WTF,
point.
Thorsten. That's what it says in the...
Okay. Yeah. So we have plans to do a manifest.
We hear this so much. We have plans. We have
We
plans.
don't work on it right now.
Gosh
to
darn it,
do
man.
The precise manifest of you and your ship owning. You can have this nice overview, but there's a feature coming soon that also would benefit a lot from a more like precise manifest, or you as the player knowing exactly what is on your ship. I don't want to say anything in addition to that, but it's yeah. So we are working our way towards a better overview of what you have on your ship. It's small steps that we take here because it's only so much time we can take off for some development to actually investigate here. But in the end, we will end up with hopefully a full MFD or full screen that gives you an overview of what is
Yeah, Mr.
actually
Good,
on
that's
your
rough.
cargo grid or on your cargo grids, depending on the ship.
What's the other feature that would benefit?
Well,
You can tell me. No, everybody else, earmuffs.
no.
Okay.
You can ask Elliot. Maybe.
Elliot, what's the feature?
Do I know the feature?
You should.
It's not a secret. What's the feature?
You might have to remind me.
Let's move on.
At this point, we've built too much of the thing up.
It's okay.
Maybe I say it randomly and you can go, that's the one. Maybe we do that.
That's not a good
People
idea.
changed. I thought you were all about open development.
We still like surprising people.
Oh, see, there's no.
What's the status
they're
on
keeping
ship-based
something.
refining? Seems
Jared
like a
tried to get it
critical
out of
role
them.
with crafting coming.
Okay, ship-based
That is
refining.
correct. It is a very critical role for crafting.
Why is he
So-
doing that?
Yeah, it will not be part of the first crafting release. So
Okay.
what we want to do is, like, for crafting as well as for engineering gameplay, it's a more long-term investment from our side. So we will, like, build up on the basis that we built. And right now, what we have in Tech Preview, and some of you might already have played it in Tech Preview, that is the basis that we want to start with. So we start with mainly FPS equipment for now, and then expand further on.
Okay.
And one of the bits is actually the refining rework, because we already talked about it several times, but the way that resources work will behave very different to what we have right now in the live game when crafting comes in. So
Okay.
Eric also mentioned it right now.
What's up,
like minutes ago,
Soulforge?
where we have quality suddenly being part of that,
Yep,
the
okay.
resources. And quality then also needs to be like accounted for in the refining process. And that results all in to the refining that we have right now will not exist the way it exists right now anymore. It will all update. And we take that time that we use for the update then to also update the ship-based refining, the station refinery, and then as last step, the base building refining step.
No FPS refining, right? Just having to crank a deal or something?
Well, we have the crafters. Technically, the crafters are capable of doing like small refining jobs, but that is, undecided at this point.
Hit the like
In
button if you're
regard to
enjoying, guys.
reputation for industrial professions,
Ooh,
are there any
reputation.
plans to expand what we get from improving said reputations, rewards and perks, instead of just extra missions? Is more work a good reward?
Well, I don't know. I keep getting it. Yes.
No good deed goes on.
Yeah, I know. Everyone is aware that obviously the sort of progression in our game right now isn't there. 100% the way we're going with reputation.
Much love,
is
Sarge.
that as you grind it out with whatever factions, you get rewards like new blueprints to craft, you'll get skins, items, and also new missions will unlock via that. That's the ultimate way. So like if we think about the industrial missions, as you start crafting through that, maybe they give you the blueprint for making the mining heads that you currently have to purchase. They give you blueprints to make mining bags that are empty and bits and bobs like this. And in the future they give you the blueprints for actually being able to make the ship to engage with that kind of gameplay or improve your ability in that kind of gameplay, going from like a prospector to a mole, things like that. So 100% it's something that we want. It's something that we're trying to take baby steps towards because we want it sooner. We have a full design, but the full design is like harder to get to. So we do, as the memes you said, tier 0, tier 1, all that. So we'll do baby steps towards it.
Is he right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's jump to, we've done a little bit of cargo, a little bit of mine refining,
Okay.
salvage. Are there any plans to generate dynamic salvage claim contracts when a ship goes from owned to game rules?
Yeah, no, it's something that we want to do. There are plans, just plans. We want to have it so that we can have missions spawn dynamically based on this. So if you leave your ship outside anywhere, we can have a intelligence system that goes, right, this one's going to be salvage claim. It's not going to be every ship. Performance reasons, we need to just clean some of them up. But there will be ships that we go, okay, right, this one we're going to keep and we're going to assign, Adagio are going to sell the rights to it, or a player is going to get a mission that takes you directly to it. Because obviously, apart from just like a forceful cleanup to help with performance, we also can utilize players via missions and paying you, have you clean the game up for us. One thing I would love to do, because I keep seeing it on Reddit, is when people go to a shop and there's a load of bottles around the shop and they all pick it up and put it in the bin, and I'm like, I want to make that bin work so much.
We had a system for that plant where
Where
you
is it?
get actually rewarded for throwing in trash into the bins.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is on hold.
Ah, right.
Gosh darn it, man.
Chris is always very into
Everything's on
systemic
hold.
solutions instead of artificial rules for stuff. And, we have cleanup rules because it's a necessity for where we are in the game development. But he has talked repeatedly over the years about wanting, if somebody leaves a ship, that should become a salvageable thing. If somebody's leaving trash, there should be gameplay to pick it up, what you just said, and put it in the bins. He would much rather design systemic solutions that the players can engage in order to maintain the performance of the universe, rather than these artificial rules that just come in and magically make things disappear and stuff like that. It's the amount of conversations that have happened over the years about cleaning up bottles and putting them in cans and salvaging ships that are abandoned or wreckages that are left over and stuff. It's just it's all there. It's just like anything else. It's finding the time and the resources.
Wait till we start making missions where if people leave the ship and press the button to reclaim it, there's a mission where someone's got to go get the ship and take it all the way to where you live.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You don't get your ship back till somebody goes and tows it back.
Couple of weeks minimum. Realism.
I believe there was a question about the SRV. Yes, are there any plans to use the SRV in salvage recovery missions, aka tow a shipwreck to hangar or junkyard?
We have plans for sure. We've prototyped it once or twice, but there are issues with it.
How many times
why
so
we don't
far?
Want to release it just yet?
Let's make a
Like
counter.
edge cases
We
need
have
to
plans.
Sort of clean up, so that
Let's make a counter for We Have Plans, guys. At least 5 times so far.
While we're on salvage, why not? Can we have a bumper dumping button so we can stop suffering?
Actually, that is very high on our quality of life list for salvage improvements. So yes.
Just a one button.
Yeah, it's
Clear
just
the buffer?
Yeah, it's clear buffer.
Where would it go? Would it just disappear, or would it actually?
No, no. It's just gone.
Okay. Okay. And when you say very high on your list, that's like next week, or?
No, high on the list just means it is like we have like every feature we release, we always have like lists of things that we want to improve. And if we get the allowance to work on those things, then we work from top to bottom. And I can tell you this is definitely in the top 5.
Okay.
For the guy who goes, we don't do when questions, you just asked a when question.
I checked the show with Benoit 2 weeks ago. I was asking a whole bunch of them. I'm at a point in my time here where I'm like, if they were going to do anything to me, they would have done it by now.
Let's hope he's not watching from Australia.
Hi, Chris. How different will ship refining be
This is live,
compared to
yes.
station refining?
This is live.
Just jumping all over the place here.
Yeah, it will be. So station refinery right now will not be the refining method that you will have on your ship. But also moving forward, station refinery will not be what it is right now.
Back to what you were saying earlier, yeah.
Yeah, so back what we were saying earlier. So it will be the same gameplay. Full stop. So we will, like the moment that the new refining method comes in, it will be shared between player-driven and station-driven. The only thing that the station does for you is, it's done by an AI. It's done by the station versus you have a player doing it for you.
Okay.
Just looking at chat. Spoken like a true doing it for the paycheck? What, Ryan Mac Gamer? Are you talking about?
Bun him.
You just ban. Hold on. Can I time a person out?
Where's Knight Rider?
Do I have the ability? Oh, I do have the ability. Ryan Mac Gamer timed out for 600 seconds. Nice.
Got him. Got him.
Doing it for the paycheck. You wouldn't say that if you saw it. No,
Are they underpaid?
all right. We're going to do this next question. It's kind of a big one, and we're all going to try really hard not to piss off half of our fan base.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Okay, remember, try really hard.
Okay, we've got this. Easy. You ready?
Many players love the idea of building a second life in the complex, high-fidelity sci-fi universe you all have worked so hard to realize. Who wrote this, Mom? Can you again confirm how you intend for players to enjoy industrial gameplay without there being a need for armed protection, PvP readiness at all times? Your messaging has been mixed, and Spectrum continues to flare up on the issue. Thanks.
It's a good question. I'm not gonna lie.
Next question. So, Star Citizen is a living and breathing world. So, the ultimate plan, the plan that we're aiming towards, is we'll have
Security.
systems that have different security rankings, right?
Bang!
The idea that we talked about at CitizenCon was Stanton is a high-sec system, and Pyro is low-sec. So, because of the current implementation of law and sort of we don't have the law ships coming in and responding like as we want in Stanton. Right now, players can pirate in Stanton with little to no consequence at all. It's the exact same as Pyro. There's little to no consequence at all. So what we want to go towards is that, say you're going to, I don't know, craft something, right? And you need X amount of this really rare material, right? It's in abundance in Pyro, but it's not in abundance in Stanton. The idea is you can mine in Stanton, but it will take longer. And it's quite likely that you're going to be safer because of the law system when we evolve it. You'll be safer, but it's not impossible. You can still get pirated. You can still get attacked by players. You could even still get attacked by AI pirates, right? Whereas if you go to Pyro, the goods will be in such abundance that it's easier to find, but it's so much higher of a risk for you to get attacked by AI or players. So the answer is, ultimately, there's always going to be a risk of being attacked by another player or an AI. The difference will be per system, it will be either higher or lower. So you can make an informed decision. So in Stanton, you're meant to be pretty much safe, but it's not going to rule out the fact that you're going to get attacked.
You're meant to be more safe than you will in Pyro, perhaps not as safe as you would in like Terra.
Exactly, yeah.
It's the short answer to this, and Elliot, you actually acquitted yourself very well there, thank you. The answer is the law system is not where we want it to be.
Yeah.
That's essentially the slug line, the 10-cent version of that. There will always be conflict. There will always be some chance of having your day rained upon, just like there is in the real life. But if we do our job right and we continue developing the game the way that we want to, the systems that we're still waiting on, remember how long we waited for server meshing to this? If the systems we're waiting on come online as they're supposed to, eventually this will grow into a place where where those changes in security and everything are obvious to the players, and you will be allowed to make those decisions for yourself. Do I want the high risk, high reward of Pyro, or do I want the safer, more secure experience of Stanton? It's never going to be as simple as PvP players or PvE players or Care Bears or griefers or whatever pejoratives you want to throw. It's never going to be that simple. It's not that simple in real life. We're not aspiring to build something that simple in black and white for Star Citizen. It's one of those things that's hard. It's hard to always picture where we're going based on where we are.
So we need law. Where's the security? We need it now.
I actually think we've been rather consistent in this messaging. The question says that we're not, and I think that's more about people hearing this part and not that part on any given stage, or people regurgitating this part and not that part, or maybe there have obviously been times over the years where we haven't been as clear as we should have been. It's a mixture of everything, but the goal has always been the same. A living, breathing, diegetic universe of risk versus reward. Just where do you want to go? Where do you want to go, and how do you want to play? We intend to cater to as many different groups as possible. I think Rich Tyler said it.
It was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. 2 years ago, during it's we're not a PvP or a PvE game. We're an everything game.
Yep.
We just want to have like areas where you feel very protected.
Yep.
So where the security has like very short response times and is able to arrive in time.
Hey, Dirk, go find it, dude.
Those people
Go find it, buddy. Yeah.
Like not that into PvP. They have the AI protectors helping them.
Yep. Rhino Separath says, actions, not words. To which I will say, look at the game today versus the game 3 years ago versus the game 3 years before that versus the game 3 years before that. The actions are there. We just have to keep going. And we will.
Everyone thinks game development is like this.
Let's do
it's
another
not.
cargo mission.
It's not a snap
or cargo question. Will we be able to pack and unpack uncontracted cargo into smaller or bigger containers?
Uncontracted?
Or contracted. Did I read that wrong?
Yeah, so contracted, I'm not too sure.
Please. I'd like it as well. I've got a question about that, but yeah.
You want to unpack them as well?
Yeah, well, if I give the player, like, one of the problems we have, sorry, we're going a bit off. One of the problems we have is, so when we did the Alliance Aid event, right?
Yeah.
And we had the cargo missions, and we had to give players 8 SU boxes.
Oh, yeah.
That's because I want to serve an average playership size, and 8 SU is currently the average playership size.
I see.
So what I'd prefer to do is go, hey, here's 200 SU you have to do, and then they use your system and go, okay, right, I'm going to unpackage and repackage.
I see,
And
okay.
then I can choose it for the massive raft that I've got compared to I'm going to move 201 SU boxes because all I've got is like a Pisces or something.
Well, good news. So there is a system already in place. So the design is already written. It's just waiting for some engineers to be able to start working on it, which is allowing us to actually like split larger boxes into smaller or even combine smaller boxes into larger boxes.
That's good. That's good.
It comes with a fee. It's at least the intent as of now. but yeah, so we want to give the possibility on the actual like station inventory level that you use it there.
That's awesome.
Repack your boxes into smaller or bigger boxes.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think that's to your point. You had it. It's like not everybody has the ship that has the right configuration for doing submissions. I think the Mustang Alpha only has 4 SCU. Somebody's going to be like, "That's wrong. How do you possibly not remember what the SCU of the Mustang Alpha was?" And I'm going to be like, "I'm old." But you know, in most missions, start you off at like what 6?
Yeah,
SCU?
all the missions start a few off at 6, but yeah.
Well, we're getting the courier missions back soon, aren't we?
Yeah, no, we are. We're working on. We split it up into 3. So we do courier, delivery, and then hauling. And the idea and the separation between them is courier will be one-handed items. So I don't want to say a burrito, but an example would be a burrito that you can put in your backpack. A two-handed box, which people who played this game a while back might remember the little two-handed boxes you walk around with. So that's courier. Then delivery is how we bridge the gap between courier to hauling. So delivery will start at 1 SCU box, and it will go up to a total of 6 boxes of 1 SCU. We don't go above the 1 SCU size.
Okay.
Which will help bridge that gap, and then players can do the hauling. And when I say it links them, it's not that you can't do hauling until you've done a bunch of courier and then a bunch of delivery. We'll offer them all straight away. But the idea is if you're a new player and you've only got, you know, the Mustang or a smaller ship like the old Aurora or whatever, you'd start there, you'd earn money via doing this gameplay, and then you'd, you know, rent a new ship or buy a new ship from the New Deal.
I like that, dude. I like it.
People are excited for a burrito delivery mission, so now you have to do just a solo burrito. You know, interstellar hauling.
Could you imagine?
You know, our corp to Nick's 1 burrito.
If I ordered like takeaway and someone put a singular burrito on a shelf in public and was like, "Yeah, I'll put it over there for you," I'd be livid. Like,
you're selling it to me, dude. You're not talking me out of it.
What about an Amazon locker? If you had to go to an Amazon locker to get your burrito out of it,
Yeah,
you
no.
still sold?
Yeah. Who knows what the 30th century is going to be like?
Whatever, we'll do it. What do you think, Tom?
I still want like same location delivery missions.
Mentally connected, also coming. So the DCs, the distribution centers, one of the things we're going to do for the delivery pilot missions is you're going to get missions to move boxes between the wings of the same DC. So you get your little vehicles, load it up on boxes, and truck on around, and then take them off again.
This sounds fun.
I used to beg Todd Pappy for the stupidest mission in the world. And this is the absolute truth. I said, I want a mission. I would love a mission where it's just, it's like from Jared, it's from Disco or whatever, and it says, "I've lost my keys. Can you help me find my keys?" Like you get it from a kiosk, and the keys are sitting right on top of the kiosk. And you're just like, you pick it up, and it goes, "Great, deliver." And you just, like there, you never have to take a step anywhere. It's just the dumbest, most pointless mission with my name.
How much are you going to pay them for that?
That's amazing.
Okay, we'll talk with Economy about
But
it.
I used to like just a mission to find my keys, and they're right there. I just tried. Bring back the racing missions.
Racing.
It's not really industrial.
Well, no, but we have a bunch of missions, like the courier ones, that I don't want to say died, but broke when we did 4.0. The systems changed, and it was quite a lot to get back. The racing missions are also one of them. They require, it's kind of like a multifaceted thing to get them working. It requires a little bit of us, a little bit of engineering, a little bit of UI, sort of to get it all together. However, we also want to look at the experience of it. One thing that we found really frustrating, and I know players did as well, was I get my ship, I fly 30 minutes to get to the racetrack, I bungle out on the first fucking corner, and then I'm like, right, let's get that flight suit, let's reclaim that ship, let's wait. We want to have and try to get a nicer experience for racing missions than what is currently.
Okay.
Ages ago, there was all sort of talks about having some form of like a little platinum bay right next to the station. You know, maybe a little med zone. Boom, boom, back in the ship, round the track. Because we want racing in. We also want it to be fun and accessible.
We're gonna need to get a button next time Elliot's on
Guys,
the show.
just so you know,
Where's
I'm the
my
only one
button
that
for?
streamed this on the YouTube.
Oh,
I'm doing
right,
it for
yeah,
you
yeah.
guys, so you don't have to watch on Twitch. I mean, you got to hear the commentary and my
I'm making
blurps.
an active effort. It's
That's
I know.
that's what it's about. Like, this is
the-
my channel, so I'm like reacting.
We
You
have
get
the
it?
same vocabulary. The only difference
hope
is
that's
I'm
cool.
trying to crush it here.
All right.
yeah, you've had 11 years.
Outside of the show, I'm very blue.
Hit the like button if you like it.
I'm in sad, not. No, I'm just kidding. What is the plan to make industrial multi-crew gameplay more impactful and a force multiplayer, i.e., mining and salvage?
We did already a lot to improve the multi-crew experience there. I think we did more on the mining side than we did on the salvage side. So I don't know if. Yeah. So one thing we did was the making use of the instability, for example, for mining.
Multiple lasers, being able to shore up
So
the
if
rock.
you're in different ships, multiple lasers will increase the instability. If you're in the same ship, multiple lasers actually won't affect it too much. So that encourage players to use the mole, especially for the instability rocks.
Thank you,
They were
Maven.
harder to crack instability rocks, or at least that was our intention back then.
Thank you.
And it somehow worked. There's definitely still like room for improvements in regards to like true multi-crew multiplayer gameplay. I think like not industrial, but engineering gameplay also like already moves into that segment. For salvage, it's a bit harder to achieve because of just the mechanics that we have for salvage, because they are like either you point a scraper beam on the surface or you basically align a ship into a deconstruction field. So there it's a bit harder to find like meaningful multi-crew or multiplayer gameplay mechanics. But like especially on the salvage side, we have like huge ships where it's like very, very beneficial if you have a lot of players on the ship. Like talking about the reclaimer, it is like very useful if you have someone in the cargo hold already unpacking the filler stations. But moving forward, what our goal is here is also like less like being like in this island features where we want to have the multi-crew, because we are like this, like we really want to tie in all the features together with crafting. And that means that we rely, or players will have to rely more on other players to do their job in a very, very good way, so that they also can benefit from it. Like what I'm talking about is, if you have a miner that basically is very effective in finding and mining the high quality resources, and then in the far future, or in the not so far future, you have then the refiner that then brings in the refining process they have on their ship, and then refine it, like even increase the quality or retain the quality, or do something that helps the then crafter to actually be able to craft the perfect gun, the perfect chip component for you.
I love this,
So this
dude.
is
So
like,
big.
Sure, you can do it alone, but that time and effort you have to put in alone is just tremendously like lower if you have friends, or if you even don't have friends and you just pay people in the verse to do your job.
Which one are you?
Second.
Yeah, I was thinking that almost every Star Citizen developer can be divided into one of two camps. The ones who say soon a little too easily, and the ones who say far, far future a little too easily. Chat's picking up on how often you say the far, far future. I'm saying that.
My far future is the next weekend.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I've actually been thinking for the last 20 minutes how to explain this difference. There are people here
Pop-Tart, much
who
love,
have
man.
to live. What's the line from Fast and the Furious? I live a quarter mile at a time. There are people here who live like one patch at a time. Like it's the ones who have to deliver what's happening right now. They're actually down in the code, down in the stuff. So anything beyond the next patch seems like a universe away, and it really skewers the timetable. For years with multiple weekly shows and stuff, I could never think of something more than 3 weeks away. 3 weeks away was this impossibly far. So what I'm saying is, just like I would caution you to what you read into when someone says soon. Caution the same thing when Torsten says far. None of the people in here are in charge of the schedule. So we're not making any comments related to that. Elliot,
Yeah.
why do event missions keep using a bunch of smaller boxes for the mission size instead of the larger ones?
Did we
just
rewind to
talked
the
about it.
conversation me and Torsten just had a couple of minutes ago?
Yeah.
But
why do you do
But why? So it's the same thing. I'll go over it again. What I talked about with Thorsten a few minutes ago is, so when we do an event, we make it for everybody. We want it to engage every type of player we had, because we have so many different types of players. And one of the fun things about events, or that can be fun, and we saw with Alliance Aid, is all of these peoples of different walks of life coming together, right? Everyone being in this station in Levski, running around, all doing the little bits, whether they're going out to go murder a load of, Moraine gang, or maybe they're like transporting goods. So with that, we look at the average ship size that's owned by players. And it comes out at the SU is around 8 SU. So we sometimes go lower than 8, sometimes we stay at 8, but we don't want to give really big boxes, because then some people can't engage in some form or fashion.
Yeah.
But that's only a temporary thing we're doing until the system Thorsten was on about comes online, where you can choose the size of your box, because that means in the future when we do these missions, we're just going to tell you how much SCU we need at the end destination, and how you split that up into box sizes is completely up to you as the player doing this.
Yeah, it feels like either the system Torsten was describing, where you could split the boxes up, or something dynamic in Mission 2.0 that looks at what ship you currently have
and
spawn
figures it out.
and goes, okay, this thing has a storage capacity of this, so I will generate boxes of this side. There's some combination of the two, maybe.
The problem with like the mission auto detecting it, right, is say me and Thorsten are mates and we're both playing and we've both got a dead small ship. We then want to split it up, maybe for his ship, because owns a bigger one, or maybe we're going to do one run at the same time in 2 small ships. So instead, I want to break it up into smaller boxes. So we know it's not perfect. It's something we want to get better at, but we need the system to be able to do that.
They just talked about that
Touched
system.
on this a little bit, Torsten. I want to get it in and get it clearer here. Any plans to release fueling or towing missions this year?
Oh. Oh, no.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yes. He just says yes. That's good, I guess.
I'm trying to think of what I want to say. Yes. And there'll be a discussion on that soon. The poor Starfarer has languished for some time.
4 years.
Huh?
4 years?
Wow. Starfarer came out in 2016.
Yeah, but the functionality came out it was my first thing I worked on here.
Oh my gosh.
But there haven't been missions for it. It's refueling. Refueling is interesting, because I was talking about this. Been talking about it a lot, because there might be a new refueling ship coming.
Jared! I love Jared, dude. He's my favorite. Jared's my favorite.
There is a new refueling ship coming
I love Jared, dude. I love Jared, dude. I love him.
in a while.
He's just so good. In a
Very
while.
far.
No, not soon or far, just in a while. So we've been talking
love
about
him.
this as a loop. Refueling sort of sits with the medical gameplay as this one where it's not really supported by the gameplay, like the story and the gameplay we provide. It kind of relies on other players. Like, you have to wait for another player to get shot and wounded before you have something to do as a medic. And with refueling, you kind of have to wait for another player to run out of gas and be like,
Well,
that's what I'm getting at. Go ahead.
PvE.
so
PvE.
we're actually currently working on refueling missions, and we're doing 2 types for the initial release. We're going to do player to AI refueling. So this is where I have my Starfarer. I can take a contract.
That's awesome.
From the faction, which I'll leave as a surprise for later, not because I forgot the faction name. We'll offer you the contract, you'll go. There will be a ship that's out of fuel, and you will go up to it and you'll fill it full of fuel. And that
That's awesome.
might not all, that, depending on where you are, or potentially what system you are, you might turn up and they didn't need fuel, but they want your fuel bags because maybe it's valuable.
What? Someone abusing the service beacon system?
Yeah.
How dare they?
That's awesome.
We might also have ones where you've refueled the person, and then maybe some people come to finish the job off or something. Some pirates or whatever.
That's cool, dude.
And then we have the opposite, which is going to be AI two-player refueling. This is where you put up a beacon, and this is because the work to get the PvP beacon done is just a little bit extra. So what we're going to do for the first release is have it so you can make one, but we have an AI ship to come to refuel you. So the AI ship will come. You'll ask it to dock. It'll dock with you'll dock with it. Close, and then it'll give you your fuel for a sort of set fee.
That's awesome,
So,
dude.
I mean, that second one is certainly interesting for the broader community, but it having the missions that spawn an AI who's run out of gas and
Yeah.
actually have a purpose, having something to do with your Starfarer and other potential refueling ships that isn't just waiting for another player to choose not to backspace, kill themselves, and it's a long time coming.
Yep.
But we also have the intent of making the player-to-player refueling more accessible.
Yes.
In comparison to what we have right now.
Torsten has plans.
Yep.
I always have.
Quality of life.
Always.
The Gaming Tribunal says in all capitals, "Stop adding combat into industry." To which I will say, no. We just had a whole big conversation about that. It's all mixed, guys. It's all mixed. That's the game we're making. It's all mixed.
Oh, man.
We've been saying that for years. Whatever conversations people are still having, it's all mixed. It's just like the world. It's different security sectors. You'll be less likely to have it happen in Terra, a little more likely to have it happen in Stanton. And if you're in Pyro, go with God. Or the next closest approximation.
Yeah, much love, Vic. Much love, dude.
When it comes to salvage gameplay, a few more salvage questions since we got the moth out recently.
It's good.
Mole, moth. When it comes to salvage, I was about to say something really. When it comes to salvage gameplay, is it still planned that we will be siphoning fuel and oxygen or using salvage charges to gain access to wrecks?
Oh.
So I think back in the days we talked about siphoning is it siphoning or siphoning? Siphoning fuel and oxygen from derelict ships or from recently deactivated ships. So we didn't find a meaningful place of that in the entire gameplay loop, because right now we really would like, on the fuel side, we would rather encourage refining and the fuel gathering. So I think there was also a scooping question in regards to that. So we rather would like to focus on those gameplay mechanics. So mining to get quantanium, refine it into quantum fuel. Also then the scooping part to get hydrogen out of like gas clouds or atmospheres.
Oh, that's cool.
And then refine that into the corresponding fuel, rather than you like invading ships and then like putting in a plastic tube and moving it from one ship to the other.
I like that.
So that's
true.
All jokes aside, I think the more interesting gameplay here is more on the scooping part and on the refining and mining part. So we decided, okay, this is not the most necessary part of the salvage gameplay. So we put it on hold for the time being. Same for the atmosphere. Right now, when we were talking about that, the concept of the life support generator as we have it right now with the engineering gameplay wasn't that well defined yet, or wasn't at the point where we are at now, because it also went through a lot of iterations. And right now with the actual life support generator, with the filter items there that can actually generate the oxygen or the gases for the ships, this is also like an unnecessity at this point. About the charging breaches, though, yeah, they are still on the table. So we are discussing them very regularly.
Wait,
but
what?
Then we realize we don't have the time to do them. We
Oh.
don't have the people to do it in time. And then we're like, oh yeah, sad. And then we move on and
That's sad. They need more employees.
at a later point again.
Breaching charges, right?
I'm gonna address this because it came up, but Commander Tanith says your industrial players don't want constant combat in their industrial missions. A rare chance is one thing, but adding combat into every aspect of the game is lazy.
That guy didn't listen. He didn't listen,
Commander
apparently.
Tanith, I'm not saying we're gonna add combat into every aspect of the game. That's a kind of a gross misappropriation of what we've been talking about here when we talked about this earlier. There will be a chance, is what we said, and the chance changes depending on what system you're in.
People don't listen.
As the law system continues to develop, those chances will reduce in the systems that you expect it to.
They don't listen.
There's a continual struggle.
But didn't even Elliot say that there's missions where you can get, but there are also others where you will not?
Yeah.
So it's also like should be very clearly visible in the mission.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The mission will tell you.
There's a continual struggle in building an MMO out over the last, the PU's been
People hear what they
up and
wanna hear.
running
It's
since
true.
December 2015.
It's true, man.
About 10 years at this point.
Sad.
Running a live environment in the middle of your game development and stuff. And it's this constant pull between developing for today and developing for tomorrow.
Epic, I'm
Anything
pretty
that you
sure they were
build
clear,
for
dude.
Today is almost guaranteed to have to be redone because of something that's coming down the line for tomorrow. So, when possible, you're faced every single day with 100 little micro decisions that are: do we build it this way for today, or do we build it this way for tomorrow? Because
Right.
we know where we're going. And most of the time, you want to build for tomorrow. You want to build systems that can scale and that can evolve into this vision that you're going towards. People have noticed I've mentioned Terra a couple times. I'm simply referring back to the Road to 1.0 from Rich Tywer's presentation at CitizenCon 2 years ago, where he said, the Road to 1.0 includes 5 systems, with the last one being Terra, the safest of all the systems. The idea being, it's towards the middle there, towards the middle of the empire you're safer. And then as you get farther and farther out from the empire, you find more and more danger and risk. That is not the same as what Commander Tanith says, adding combat to every aspect of the game is lazy. It is building a living, breathing system of measured risk and reward that then you get to choose. You get to have the agency of playing in the areas that you want to play in and accepting the risk versus the reward that you want. It's not lazy, it's allowing you the agency to choose.
People don't
And
get the
that's what we're
security
building
system.
towards.
That's
It's
the
not
problem.
always easy to see at this moment.
Yeah.
So I understand where the frustration comes from. I mean, I've experienced
What's
the
up, OJ?
frustration myself. You log into Twitch streams, you see the frustration every day. I just encourage folks to remember that decisions are often made based on where we're going, not necessarily weird things showing up in the building. Not necessarily where we are right now. It's just a continual balance, and I think we're doing a pretty good job. In last year, 2-star
agree.
systems. We're going whenever the crafting system on the way, the inventory rework. It's hard. It is hard to look at some aspects of the game today and be like, why don't you just fix that? It's
Exactly.
like the issues with the moth right now. There are people who have just bought a moth and they have the issues with the buffer size being wrong and the salvage beams being they're slow. Is that what's happening?
Yes.
With the salvage beams?
They're slow.
I don't have the issue council here in front of me. And these are all things that are being adjusted and worked on for 4.7. And so this is just, that's the next time we can do major code additions to the game. We can't fix everything with hotfix. It's difficult. And I saw some of the responses there. I want to encourage people, rewatch that section. Elliot was very eloquent in his answer, and I encourage you to see it again. It's about giving you the choice to play how you want.
Security
And
systems.
the amount of
People
risk
don't get
and
it.
the amount of reward.
People don't get it. They don't understand how
One
that's
more
going to
thing
work.
To add on to that is Star Citizen is very unique because of scale. And when you're building content for something that's got an infinite scale, you need variability. So chances of other things happening so that it doesn't get stale. And that's what it is. And it will be controlled, as you've said, per the systems, per the law. But we need variability to achieve the scale and make it feel not the same old, same old.
Yep.
And with that, we'll wrap up the show, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here and to answer questions from the community. We'll be back next week. I think our SCL next week is with
That was
the
a
audio
short
team.
one, dude.
So
Wow.
there'll be a thread up on Spectrum tomorrow, collecting your questions. We'll do the same like we did today.
was
You
a
guys
very
submit your
short one.
questions. We'll pose them all to the audio team. I think we're going to do a focus on spaceship audio, which they've been doing a whole lot of work on. So look for that thread on Spectrum tomorrow. Until next time, Torsten, Elliot, thank you so much for hanging out and for answering questions and for being candid as always. Bye, everybody.
Okay, that was a really I've got a lot to say. I've got a lot to say, dude. Okay, so number one, this is a big one, dude. People don't. First of all, Ravenal bought a Active Sip coffee mug. Thank you. He says, looking forward to having some coffee, and thank you for sharing your faith on stream. God is good. I will always share it. I will never be quiet, but I also will never push that on anybody. Okay, I just want to make that clear. But yeah, I just want to say, dude, for real, like, oh my gosh. Wait, that's me. Wait, that's me. That's me. Did we get raided? We did. That's cool. Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome. That's crazy. I saw myself and I got really I was like, wait, that's me. That's so cool, dude. Guys, hello. Hi, everyone. Yeah. How are y'all doing today, guys? Dude, guys, I've been a content creator for 11 years and I'm nervous. Why am I nervous? I can't breathe. Is something wrong? Someone get me some oxygen. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Oh my word. On the spot, when Squadron 42 coming out? I don't know.
Hail to the king.
We got a new king? That's our king of the day. Georgius. 20 gifted subs. Holy crap. Welcome everyone. Oh, hello. Okay, so let me do my introduction. Hi. Number one, many of you, I'm going to start like this is how we're going to start. This is how we're going to start right here.
Welcome
Thank
to
you.
Believe
Thank you.
Nation.
Thank you guys very much. This is how we're going to start right here though. Number one, you might like me, you might not like me. I'm very high energy. I am very positive about Star Citizen. I have rose tinted glasses on and I like it. I'm fairly new to the game. I've been here. I decided in August to create content full-time on Star Citizen. 11 years ago, I quit my full-time job. I could be making like $70 an hour right now, building submarines for the U.S. Navy. I decided that I was miserable and decided to be a full-time content creator. So that started 11 years ago. And then I took another risk last August to go full-time Star Citizen because I truly believe in the game. And that's why we're here. And things are happening very fast. It's insane. Yeah. So like I was saying, you might like me, you might not. I'm very high energy. Some of you like nice and relaxed. That's not here. I'm very positive and very, I have a positive outlook on the future of the game. Some of you don't like that. So I'm just being honest with you. You might not like me and that's okay. But for the people that will enjoy the stream, hit the follow button. Much appreciated. Thanks for being here. We're going to talk about our thoughts on the stream that happened, the stuff that happened here. Okay. We're going to talk about that right now. It's so weird seeing my face here. This is weird. Let's go to this. Yeah. Cool background. Look at that. How do I look this morning? We're okay, I think. Venk, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate you. You guys are awesome, man. Seriously, thank you for all the support. Much love to all of you. You guys are awesome. But I want to talk about my thoughts on everything. Okay, so number one, Industrial gameplay. They talked about a couple different things. You know what? We can actually like go through, I think, and watch the VOD. So I think one of the big things, I want to say this because this is important. And Jared touched on this as well. One of the big things, I think, the huge underlying, misconceptions, at least from what I understand, and this is kind of like, I'm still learning. A lot of you guys know so much more than I do, obviously. But one of the underlying things was the fact that a lot of people don't understand that, again, there are systems that are not in place yet that complete the whole picture, right? And that's the big deal, right? The biggest system that is not in place that just feels, everything just feels wrong is security. So the way they talked about it in that 1.0 presentation is like Jared was saying, like the different like high sec, low sec systems. And like people are saying like, hey, is this a situation where we're going to be able to, we're going to be doing industrial and we're going to get attacked by everybody in a high sec system, or like a high sec system like Stanton, for instance, or whatever, right? There is a scope. Let me see. I got to find that picture. Hold on. We got to find that picture. Because I want to talk about it real quick. Star Citizen 1.0. They talk about, like, they have like a grid that talks about the security somewhere. I'm not going to find it, am I? We're going to be searching for a while here, maybe not. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this is it right here. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about right here, right? So this is a pretty big deal. So this is the like Stanton security system, okay? This is the Stanton security system. Go back to where you started at this part. Ads. Okay, ads. Why are ads running? Why are ads running? Did I say you could run ads, Twitch? Guys, Twitch is greedy. It's not my fault. Twitch is greedy, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't run them. I swear on my life. I would never run them during a raid. That's the stupidest thing ever. They happen automatically. That's annoying. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah. Anyone who got ads, I apologize. Are we still in ads right now? Does anyone know? Are we still in ads? Okay. I don't think we're in ads anymore. I didn't run them. I swear on my life. I swear on my kids. Anyway. Yeah, I would never do that. That's not smart at all. But Twitch did it. Okay. So let me start over. One of the biggest misconceptions that I've learned is like, there's a lot of systems that are not in place that unfortunately, when you don't look forward and you don't do research and you weren't a part of the 1.0 presentation or this presentation or that one, you don't really see what the game is supposed to be. Now, I'm not saying plans haven't changed. That's how MMOs happen. And again, I told you guys you're not going to like this. I've worked with a lot of companies under NDA. I've worked with many companies in game development from start to finish. I'm not a game developer, thank God. Any game developer out there, I'm so sorry. But I understand, that things change, especially in an MMO. But regardless, this hasn't changed. This is just a system that's not in place yet. And I think this is kind of a big deal, right? This is the high security, like system of Stanton, right? Now, let's say, think about it this way, okay? Let's say you're doing an industrial mission right here. Let's just say you're doing an industrial mission right here, okay? The reaction time from the PvE security is faster because it's in the middle of this area. Obviously, Grimhex is like different. Obviously that's different. But the reaction, you see, faster response times, okay? They talk about this here. So like you're doing an industrial mission here, the response time is faster. They'll get to you faster. They'll help you faster if you have PvE or whatever, or if you have like a PvP encounter, they'll get to you faster. I think that's something that a lot of people don't understand. If you're on the outside of the system, it's a longer response time because you're in the red, you're on the outside. Obviously, it takes longer to get to you. I think that's the intention when it comes to security. And then if you talk about like they were saying, Terra is the highest security. That's where you get, once again, like the fast response times at probably a larger scale. But I feel like people are. I feel like people continuously talk about the PvE/PvP discussion, and I think it's something that I've even had. I had it on the Space Tomato podcast. Shout out to Space Tomato. Love you, brother. Hope you're doing well. I had it on that podcast as well, where we talked about PvE versus PvP. And it's very clear in the messaging from Star Citizen and from CIG that they don't want to separate them, that this game is for everybody. So I think if you can't grasp that, and I'm not saying this in a rude way, please don't take it that way, but if you can't like understand that, or you don't like that, the game is not for you. That's it. End of story. Now, is it like that right now? Heck no. If you've watched my stream the past 5 days, it has been miserable. There is a certain group of certain, I'm not going to get into it. No, but it has been really rough. Okay. But like, think about real life. If I walk outside, okay, there's a police station 2 blocks down, and I'm not going to get grim here, but there's a chance, let's just say there's a chance someone could trip me. Okay. Now, if they trip me right next to the police station, then they could potentially get in trouble. All right, we're using trip as an example. Shut up. All right, but if it's like, you know, in the desert somewhere and there's no one around, then, you know, they probably get away. They trip me and then they start running or drive a car away or something. Yeah, guys, like I said, I'm not saying that like, I'm not saying I'm oblivious to things, okay? Just because I'm positive doesn't mean I don't have my gripes. I think it's normal to have them. I think you know, it's probably as frustrating for us as it is for them developing the game. But I really do believe in the future of the game, and I'm really excited. So what else can we talk about here, though? We went over that security because that was a big part of it. I really like Jared. I love Jared. I seriously, I love Jared to death. He snuck in there, gave us a little tidbit. Who's excited about the refueling ship? Is a potential refueling ship coming? And I'm so excited about that because I've gotten refueled one time, and it was it was an experience to say the least. Okay, it was an experience to say the least. We got the little gas thingy in there, and I gotta watch my words here. We put the gas thing inside of the gas tank and tried to refuel, but it wouldn't work. And then we had to do like 5 other things, and it finally worked, and I got refueled. Ran out of gas on purpose, or ran out of fuel, I'm sorry, on purpose in Nyx. So how many of you guys are excited about the refueling ship? That's kind of cool. Man, I love your perspective. It resembles mine. Thank you. Thank you very much. A lot of people do not. A lot of comments on my YouTube channel, Active in the Verse, by the way. Sorry, little plug there. I could do that because it's my channel. Okay, so a lot of people in my comments say, I backed this game 18,000 years ago and you don't understand what we've been through. You're right. But I love it. There's a reason, like I've got 4 kids upstairs. Okay. That's not like feel bad for me. Oh no, poor streamer. No. We're actually doing really well for ourselves right now. But I've got 4 kids upstairs. So to take a risk like this, to jump into Star Citizen full time, was a risk. And it's because I truly believe in the game, like fully believe in the game. Now, do I like it right now? Yes, I love it. It's fun. But could I play what it is right now forever? Probably not. What it's going to become, or what it's becoming, is the most exciting thing. And thankfully, and maybe today, tomorrow, I don't know, we'll be testing the inventory and crafting tech preview for Evocati. And I'm excited about that because I truly feel like crafting is going to absolutely, completely change the game in ways that we don't even understand yet, which is so exciting to me. I'm so excited for what it's becoming. Now, I'm gonna do a little. Let's get a Q&A for engineers. You mean? Oh yeah. You think I just had 4 kids because I want misery? No. There's no AI blades in the game yet, or AI crew. So I made my own. Yep, they're all gonna have PCs. They're gonna have PCs. They're gonna hop in a turret. Bing, bang, boom, done. End of story. That's right. You think I had them for fun? Heck no. They say each kid costs $1 million throughout their life. Yeah, no, that wasn't for fun. It's a perfect crew. Exactly. Yeah. Yep, we have the Hammerhead covered. Exactly, dude. Space Tomato announced he's going to be a dad soon. Yep. Congrats to Space Tomato. Congratulations, sir. Good luck getting them to do crew. Didn't work for me. Got to give a quick shout out to my beautiful people. We have so many follows. I can't even see anything. OJ with the 20 gifted. Thank you, sir. Vank with the 5 gifted. Calderic with the 5 gifted. Foshizzle with the 10 gifted. And Banana Split with the 5 gifted as well. Thank you very much. All of you guys, thank you so much for the support, man. You need way more kids to man your future Idris. I don't think I'm ever going to get an Idris, okay? Unless I craft one or unless I decide to bang my head against the wall 50 times in a row or more to get the Wicklow Idris. But yeah, I don't know about that, guys.
New member on the YouTube Live.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Garage Gamer, thank you for the member on YouTube. Appreciate you, dude. The one guy's wife who loves the Reclaimer and her kid plays Cargo Tetris in the hole. That's awesome. That's actually amazing. Thank you for the tier 1, Zato. Appreciate you. Thank you guys for the support, man. Seriously means a lot. I'm over 11K donated. Wing Commander Concierge. All I want is an Aurora starter, a monthly subscription, and play to earn everything. Feeling proud of my big ships because I earn them is why I play. No, I get that, 77. That's another conversation that, and I've said this before, I do not envy CIG in any sort of way on how they're going to balance 1.0 day one. Now, if you think about 1.0 and like what the game is going to be, and you think about, you know, in the future of 1.0, let's say like 5 months down the road, you know, that's something. But day one, Idris owners, people who bought an Idris, people who bought a Javelin, people who are going to buy a battle cruiser.
New member on the YouTube Live.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, 77. Much love. He subbed as an ace pilot. Oh, you're the best. Appreciate you, 77. Much love, man. But you think about that, you get a little worried. But one of my people in the Twitch chat talked about this, and he basically said that owning an Idris day one is going to be very expensive, and it's not going to be very easy to do, or it's not even going to be doable to do, right? When 1.0 hits and you are smack dab, like everything's reset, 1.0 hits, blah, 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 maintaining an Idris is going to be very expensive, apparently, from what Anon was telling me. So, like, that makes sense. And if that's the case, then you do have to run a smaller ship in order to make some money and have some funds in order to be able to run that bigger ship. And on top of that, you're talking about like a tier or like a whatever. Is it tier 1? Is it the lowest or tier 0? Whatever. Tier 1 Idris opposed to a crafted Idris that you'll be able to do, which will be tier 5 or whatever it is, tier 3, whatever the max is. Okay. So like that's going to be a big difference as well. The one you work for is going to be way better than the one you get from the pledge store. Right. But you can also upgrade the one from the pledge store too. So it's like, you know, but yeah, like, you know, the whole funding, the way the game is funded and stuff like that. I know a lot of people are, you know, against that. I'm not going to lie. Some of the marketing practices I'm not a huge fan of, but I would also not like to end up like another game that ended up. So whatever it needs to be done, MMOs are expensive. So for, you know, for me, the guy, like, you know, something I say to all of the people that have showed support to the game in that way, instead of, you know, being like everyone else who shuns you or you know, makes media posts about you or whatever, I'd like to thank you because obviously you're successful enough to be able to do what you're doing and support the game that way. But if you didn't, we wouldn't have the game. And this is the game I always dreamed of. It truly is. Like, you know, I've always dreamed of something like this. You know, an FPS and an MMO sandwiched together in a real life or like a space life, you know, type of simulation. It's just everything I've ever wanted. So, yeah. But land taxes are also a thing. One day will be tricky too. Yeah, there's going to be so many things, dude. It feels like we're close though. Oh, I think so too. Now, I still am confused because one thing, like talking internally and just talking candidly, because I always speak my mind, no matter what. I that's very clear. I'm not a you know, I'm not like a corporate, like, oh, you just gotta watch what I say. Like, I speak my mind, period. Okay. And one of the things that I worry about, and one of the things I think about, because I'm hearing it more and more now, is, okay, Squadron's done. Sorry, it's in polish phase, bug fixing phase, which I'm sure like there's a lot of bugs, but like Squadron is coming out this year from what we understand, unless it gets delayed, which is possible, right? But when Squadron is done, where are people going to want to go? You know, if you're playing Squadron, you're going to want to go somewhere to continue your story, to continue playing in the same universe, and continue playing in the same, you know, with the same lore and all that stuff, right? Squadron's going to be, I can't wait for Squadron. It's going to be the first game I 100%, if that's possible somehow. I can't wait. But where people are going to want to go somewhere after that. And where did they go? The PU, obviously, right? That's an obvious thing. So in my eyes, it's like they have to really rev up and get the PU as ready as possible. So when that happens, you know, they're ready. But then Space Tomato made a really good point in our podcast where he said, like, they got to be ready before that because of the marketing. They said they're not going to do a lot of marketing because they've already kind of done all that they want to do. So I'm sure it's going to be like very little. But they still have to be ready. And so I think that's why things are revving up a lot. Like, I think this year is going to be a big year for the game. So that being said as well, I wonder where the development team is, because I think it's been, I don't know if it's public record or not, but like looking it up, doing a little research, they have like 1,100 to 1,200 employees. So like, how many of them are on Squadron? Because I'm hearing so often, we don't have the resources, or we don't have the allowance, or we don't have this or that. And I wonder if they're speaking of like dev power, or if they're speaking of like server stuff. It's kind of like one of those things. Yeah. I have some puzzle games 100% along with the Wing Commander games. That's awesome. That is so cool. 1,200 employees, not all have the same skills. No, understandable. I understand. Yeah, like, and they're not all devs, right? They're not all devs as well. Yeah, you're 100% correct. I just, all I'm saying is no matter how many of them are devs or not, I just wonder where they're allocated right now. You know, is it half and half? Is it half on Squadron polishing and bug fixing and half on the PU? Or is it like heavy Squadron, like all of them on Squadron and then some on the PU? Like, I'm just curious, you know? I don't think it's ever been publicly answered. So, but yeah, heavy on Squadron for sure to get that out. Yeah, and I think that's a good idea, because that's going to open so much up for us as well. I also wonder, I think I was told that there is no connection between Squadron and in Star Citizen in terms of like earning stuff. I think there was at one point, but now there isn't. I don't know if anyone knows anything about that, but I was told that like, you know, the way I look at it is if you like 100% Squadron, you should get like something cool and start in the PU. I think that would be cool, you know? An F8C. Okay. I expect they will take whoever they need of Star Citizen to get Squadron out this year. Yeah, I agree. They said that once in the past. Okay. I think the PU will be the springboard for other Star Citizen games after Squadron 42. Still in the verse, in my opinion. Okay. There was in the past, but they haven't said anything about modern version of Squadron 42. Okay. I think they said you get a ship and citizenship. Yeah, but there's no citizenship anymore because you get citizenship now from this, right? Am I stupid, or is that correct? Yeah, so you get citizenship from this now because they're putting a story inside of Squadron.
I'll just give you a moment to take that in, because there's a lot.
Look how big that is, by the way. That gameplay loop is so cool. But yeah, they're giving us that. My face is I have a big head and I just made it bigger. There we go. That's better. Thank you guys for all the follows, by the way. Shout out to Niku, by the way. I don't know if you're still here, but I saw that you followed, and he's one of the community managers for CIG. He's been really helpful for me in my journey. I really appreciate you, dude. I don't know if you're still watching or not, but I appreciate you, and yeah, thank you for everything. I want to like play some music too. I miss messing with F8 pilots and the old flight model. Oh, that's another thing too. What, like flight model stuff. What's going on there? You know, I know a lot. We're not very PvP focused here. Like I try to do PvP, but sometimes I like to just relax. So like where a lot of my a lot of my community members are wondering where the flight model is too. It's like what hopefully that will be on its way as well. It's Various. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, man. Appreciate you, dude. Most got assigned to Squadron, but that still leaves more employees than ever on the PU. In 2020, CIG had 500 employees. Today they have 1,200. That's how we get 26 ships when we used to get 6. Yeah. Oh, of course, dude. Arena Commander is a good spot to start for PvP. Yeah, I've done a lot of Arena Commander Garage. Yeah. FM is coming along, but still looks like they're just seeing what sticks. Sadly, you got to. That's kind of a big decision. You're getting close now. Like that's kind of a big the flight model is a big decision, I think, because on top of that, like I would assume the flight model in Squadron is going to tie into the flight model in the PU, right? They're probably going to be around the same thing. And we actually made a flight model video on the YouTube that kind of talked about quantum jumping and all of that stuff, or like those kind of systems. And that, I mean, there's so much in Squadron that's not in Star Citizen, which is so cool to me because it just means hopefully with I'm sure like a lot of mess and a lot of fixing that needs to be done to put it in the live, in the live PU. But hopefully a lot of that stuff will get ported over with some, a lot of work, I'm sure. First message, just wanted to say thanks for the energy and content. Love from YouTube. Hey, thank you, man. And thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, Various. I appreciate you. Guys, everyone, thank you so much. This has been really, really cool. Shout out to CIG for rating me. That is very kind. I did not expect that whatsoever. That is very cool. It made my day. So thank you, guys. That's awesome. Ads incoming. Oh, no, wait, snooze. I snoozed them. No ads this time. I'd like a wipe and give money a value again. Yeah, they talked about a wipe. I don't know if you guys know. They talked about a wipe already. Basically, it's a targeted wipe. I don't know what that means, but yes, I am on the same boat, okay? I was actually considering doing a 0 to hero because I did not want, like, I don't want to have $7 billion or 7 billion credits or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I have so many credits. It's so stupid, I want money to mean something again. So yeah, I was thinking about doing a 0 to hero account, just starting fresh and just getting myself an Aurora and just, maybe I can make some content out of it and just like do a tutorial and teach people how to, play the game a little better or whatever. So we're definitely working on that. Sounds like they're going to remove the duped items in RMT. Yeah. They're definitely working on something when it comes to that. So we'll see what they do. Targeting actions. Gotcha. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, Space Guy. I think you are correct on that one. In 1.0, should there be a skill tree completing missions? Earning rep unlocks pilot larger ships, run orgs. Thoughts on 1.0 beginnings? I know there's going to be skills in the game, but from what I understand, the only skills that are in the game are takedowns, like skills you can improve, takedowns, and a couple others. I only remember takedowns, but there's a couple of skills that you can improve and stuff like that. I played Ultima Online back in the day. That was my like only MMO that I really spent a lot of time in. I dabbled a little in WoW and stuff, but mostly Ultima Online. And they had, the skill-based system, which was really cool. I don't know what this game is going to do in that regard, Just fix the exploits and full wipe. Yeah, I mean, that would be nice. Stamina, strength, G-force resistance, takedowns, and stealth is what we know of. Okay. Yeah, like that's cool. Like having those and getting better at those is awesome. We all played Skyrim. I'm sure a lot of us have, at least, right? So it'd be really cool to have some sort of skills that you could raise while doing action. I think that's kind of fun, personally. But it seems like a lot of this stuff is tied to like components and like for ships and attachments and all that stuff, which is really good. We'll see how it works out. They say there's soft skills, no points to spend, but you have to actually do the things to increase your soft stats. Gotcha. We will see what skills are in the game after crafting, exploring, science, engineering, and medical are fully in. That's the thing too. I want to make clear, like, there's so much word and talk about I mean, like, for instance, okay, I have a great example, and everyone is gonna hate me. Here we go. Here we go. Are you ready? We're gonna jump on some coals here, very hot ones, and I'm ready for it, baby. I've been in this 11 years. I'm ready. Okay. Like, one of the biggest things. There was a content creator who stopped playing the game, and I'm not gonna mention who it is. It's all good. You know, I respect them, and I hope they're doing well. But they mentioned the current state of a small ship fighting a big ship. And they basically said, like, you will be able to, a small ship like an Arrow can take out an Idris. It would take hours, but it could happen, right? And I kept saying, like, that is a pure example of someone who lives in the moment, but is not understanding that, like, this is a development process and we don't have the systems in place. The biggest system for that, the fact that small ships can attack big ships right now and destroy an Idris in an hour or whatever, or a couple of a couple of arrows and a couple of gladiuses can destroy an Idris. The reason that happens right now is because of the fact that armor is not fully implemented. It is implemented, right? But it is just a health bar. It's an extra health bar right now. Whereas in the future, when Maelstrom comes, damage from smaller guns like size 2, size 3 weapons are not even going to come close to penetrating the armor on an Idris from that distance. You have to get closer to penetrate armor in any sort of way. And when you get closer, you get blasted. You see, so like it's a perfect example of like the full systems not being in place, but like people getting upset that things are the way they are. You have to like expand the view a little bit. And please, I'm not telling people how to think. I'm just telling you the way I think. Expand the view a little bit and see like, hey, things are not there. You like Maelstrom's not in the game yet. I can't wait till that comes into the game, but it's not in the game yet, which means that smaller weapons from large distances still do the same damage. But in the future, when Maelstrom is here, the Maelstrom armor is going to make long range size 3s ineffective, So, yeah. I don't know. I know this, it gets thrown around. I'm sure there's so many people with their hand in their face. That's okay. Like, I truly think that, like, when the systems come in place and when the systems happen, when they finally all come together, it's going to be glorious. And I'm so excited. You think it's not just another health bar with the damage threshold? That's probably all it is. Maelstrom, no, I don't think it's that at all. They've talked about Maelstrom, and it sounds way more
on the YouTube live.
It sounds way more in depth than that. Wow. Lady Mune with the Ace Pilot member on YouTube as well. Goodness me, guys. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate it. The love is incredible. The love is incredible, guys. Thank you. Nope, Maelstrom is a lot more complex than the extra health bar we got now. That's what I'm trying to say. Did you see what I'm trying? This is where the frustration comes in, because like gosh, I'm gonna sound like Jared. I'm so sorry, guys. I love Jared, so I'm gonna sound like Jared for a second, and that's okay. Like, call me a shill, whatever. Whatever. Okay. With an MMO, more than ever, because I've done like arena shooters. We're not gonna say the names of the company, but like, I've done arena shooters. I've done small MMOs. I've done, all of those, NDA from start to finish, blah, blah, blah. Okay. With an MMO of this scale, you can't snap your fingers and everything. Just all the systems are in place, bam, done, end of story. So like, it's not everyone's fault, but there's a lot of people that are just frustrated. Like, okay, why am I getting attacked by an org who targets me every single stream? I don't know. But that's not going to happen in the future. If I'm over here in Stanton and I'm like near the center of Stanton or whatever, or near where the security is highest, like I'm going to get some help from the PvE security, or I'll run with my friends or whatever. If I'm running like some big cargo or whatever, like that's the security system now. But there's so many systems that are not in yet. And like, although it's starting to come together, we just like, when all the systems are in, when 1.0 becomes the thing, then we can start complaining. I will start complaining. I will be the first to start complaining. When 1.0 comes in and stuff is still blah, 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 blah. You know, I don't care. I will start complaining. Oh, by the way, chat, I have a cool video. You have to sub to the YouTube. That's not okay, it is a plug. But this is the coolest video I've ever made, and I have to edit it. I was supposed to edit it today, but we got raided. I manned a fully crewed Hammerhead yesterday. It was glorious. It was glorious. It was the best thing ever. I had an AI in every single turret, an AI crew in every single turret while I blasted everything away. It was the coolest thing ever. I'll have the video up soon. Turn on notifications. But that was cool. AI crew is not in the game yet, by the way. AI crew is not in the game yet. But yeah. How did I get? Okay, so I'll just let you guys know how I did it. So I did a Hammerhead mission, and apparently a lot of people have tried this, but they've kind of like they've failed or whatever. I did a Hammerhead mission. It destroyed my or soft death my ship. I got out of the ship, started going to where the Hammerhead was circling me, and then once it killed my ship, it stopped working, or like it stopped moving. So I boarded it. I killed the pilot, got in the pilot seat, and I kept the AI and used them to kill everything. It was great. It was cool. But anyway, that was really, really cool. That was really, really cool. Very, very awesome. I'll have that video soon. It's going to be a clickbait title, by the way. It'll say AI crew is in the game. And then I'll put like a winky face or something just to make sure people know it's not real. Something like that. What are you watching? This is the 1.0. This is the 1.0 presentation. But yeah. Guys, what other stuff do we need to carry to talk about from that thing? What other stuff do we need to talk about from that? What other big things do you guys want to talk about? The Aegis Railgun one-shotting fires 1K away is silly. It's still too powerful and fast for a size 10 gun. Yeah, I'm curious how that'll go. Again, that day one, and I know like what people say, like, oh, you know, it's going to be a lot of money to maintain an Idris. People will find ways to make money. Day one Idris on 1.0, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm going to, you know, sit in my little corner and deliver my little boxes, courier boxes, just deliver them and make my money that way for a long time. Yeah, I'm just going to stick to that gameplay loop for a while. Anyway, but yeah, we got a lot of new people in the verse. My entire Halo community, or a lot of the Halo community and stuff, a lot of people who watch me play Halo are coming over, which is really cool. It's hard to convert them all because, you know, the media has destroyed their minds. Scam game. Yeah, man. Yeah, well, they you know, I'm curious what the media stories will be when Squadron releases. Amazing game, 10 out of 10, you know. Excited to see that. Yeah, excited to see that. Yeah, we have an ad coming. I can't stop this one, chat, so we're gonna let this one run, but I will not talk about anything crazy until that ad is over, okay? And your Apex community's here. That's true too. That's true too. Zero, what's up, man? Let me see. One day I'll convert. Yes, you're gonna convert one day. Sooner or later they'll play. Just give them time. Of course they will. Of course they will. Space Dad with the 5 gifted subs. You guys are so kind. We are at our highest sub count ever again, by the way. That's not a joke. Listen, I've had a sub count for 11 years. Guess what game broke the sub count in half? Just shattered it. Guess what game shattered every single goal, every single thing that I've had for 11 years, every single record that I've had for 11 years? Guess what game shattered all of that? That's right. The scam game. That's right. Because it's not a scam, it's beautiful. And it's a screenshot simulator, and it's my screenshot simulator, and you can't have it. That's right. That's right. Marbles. No, I hate marbles. Nope, marbles is stupid. Anyway, I used to play Halo back in the day. I was X50. I was 50, even fought the Ogre Twins on XBC. Fun times. Mr. Good. That is actually really funny. I have an ! Pro command. I was a competitive player. A lot of people don't know this, but I was a competitive player for Halo 3. I was a professional for Halo 3 between 2007 and 2008, and I actually was in the finals in a free for all tournament with Ogre 2, Strong Side, and Neighbor. You can look me up on Esports Earnings if you want. But it was a really cool moment in my life, and I will never, ever forget it or stop talking about it until I'm 95 years old. I will never. But that was my shining moment when I was a competitive player for Halo 3. And you guys remember Halo 3, right? And I got contracted and flown out to California to live in a house and play with the team. And it was the coolest thing ever. It was what I shot for. It was my goal at the time, and I did it. And now I'm old. So I instead play Power Washing Simulator on Star Citizen. That's right. Yep, that's the life I lead now. So it's great. It's fantastic. Yeah. Old, what is old? Listen. You can't put me on the spot like that, okay? You can't put me on the spot like that. Like, I think it's like 40% of my audience is between the ages of 45 and 55 or something. So like, you can't put me on the spot like that. Okay. Like, that's not fair. I'm 37. Yes, 37. So not that old, but I say that the kids add 10 years to my age. So I'm actually 77. If you do the math. Yeah, I feel 77. Anyway, do you know the saddest comment I get in my YouTube? The saddest comment I get in my YouTube at all time. This is the saddest one. I hate seeing this one. The saddest comment I get in my YouTube is the guy that says, "I'm 80 years old. I just hope this game comes out before I pass." I hate to see that comment. CIG, we need to speed it up, okay? There's people that are waiting. There's people that are waiting, man. Please. Going to YouTube, be right back, chat. All right, Veroth. Yeah. So, my account is in my will to my kid. That's a good way to do it. I'm 70 and I know I'll never see it. Mr. Gasket, I don't want you to ever think like that, sir. You are going to see it. 1.0 is going to be here and you're going to be here for it. You hold the line, sir. You hold the line, okay? Please. I need you. You need to hold the line, man. Even after Squadron 42 comes out, I expect Star Citizen to take another 10 years before 1.0. Oh, you're not going to like my prediction then. I told Space Tomato I would save my prediction for the next podcast, so we're not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say my prediction, but we're just gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that in my lips. No one can see it. No one can hear about it. Yeah, we're gonna keep that. Yeah. Yeah. Vank, thank you for the 2 gifted subs. I appreciate you very much, man. Thank you so much. We want to know? Nope. You guys gotta wait. You're not gonna like it. Oh boy, I can't wait till dude. I'm telling you, man, I have a very different outlook on this game. And yeah, it's, I got to put the disclaimer out there again. I'm very new. Okay. I try to look at the positive side of everything in my life. God is good. Praise God. I try to look at the positive aspect of everything in my life. I try. It's not always easy. So my view on this is going to be very different than everyone else's view on this, I think. So yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. Dogfather, love it, dude. A lot of the tech meshing ship roles are being proven out in the PTU, keeping the game funded like it is designed to, but building the game that takes the most time, not working on squad. Oh, gotcha. In terms of features, I see 2028. In terms of polish, I see 2029. Okay. Gotcha. I think the game will be much more simple than people are thinking. Like medical, I doubt it gets more in depth before 1.0. Yeah, I don't think like they're gonna go crazy in depth with systems. Now, medical is one that I wish. How many medical players do I have out there? How many medics do we have in the chat on the YouTube and the Twitch? In terms of medical, I wish there was more. Like at least a little bit more before 1.0. And I don't know if they've really talked about this, but like when I go to a med box, all I see is med pens. You know what I want to see? I want to see like a surgery kit that only a medic can put on. And like a system like, for instance, like Tarkov has like the, the bleed, stopping the bleed and doing surgery or whatever. I don't think you should be able to do that on yourself. I think that's weird. But I think the medic, like if someone does the right here, where is it? Where's the medic? Wherever the medic thing is, the medic career. If someone does that and they get their rep up really high or whatever, they should be able to like get these surgery kits that they can use on players to like heal the tier 2, tier 1 injuries. I think that would be so cool. So that way, like you don't have to go to a med bed or whatever. But maybe their idea is that you transfer them to the med bed or whatever, I don't know. I don't know what their vision is on that completely, like a serve kit. Yeah. High level optimism, respect. That attitude is needed in the Star Citizen community. Thank you, Chief. I try. Like I said, I'm still okay. You want to hear a negative? I know there's people out there like salivating for negativity. Are you ready? I'm going to give you one. Are you ready for this? CIG, close your ears. I hate the nav system. It is trash. Currently, I got that one out. Yep. I hope that one changes soon. I cannot stand it. But that's the only negative comment you're gonna get all day. Okay, it is really bad though. I hate it. I hate it so much. Anyway, you should have seen the old one. Oh no. The nav system is being rewritten. I heard it is. Yeah, I'm only what do you call it? Biting at the bit. I don't know. I tried to come up with some sort of terminology there, but I'm only joshing. Don't have to love everything about the game. Yeah, I'm only trolling. There's a lot of things, like I said, that I'm excited for, especially in this 1.0 presentation. We've gone through this already, but like there's so much here. And again, the citizenship that you guys said Squadron will bring, it's gonna be this that brings the citizenship. So like, yeah, it's like one of those things where I wonder what they're going to do, if they're going to have any crossover from Squadron or not. That's something that I kind of can't wait to see. What I'm happy about is the fact that like the systems are starting to come back. Okay, like Starfarer owners, how many of you guys are out there? Like that's going to be cool, Like I'm excited for that. Refuel me, please. You know what I mean? Like that's exciting. Like this stuff, like all of this stuff is really exciting. All of that. I just can't wait, Refueler here. I love that. I wonder if Squadron will even be this year. Okay, so here's the deal. You want to know my thought process? Space Tomato literally came in the chat. The first thing he said is, when is Squadron releasing? Guys, I don't want to be the guy. Like, listen, I have a reputation to uphold here. Okay, I don't want to be the guy that says Squadron was releasing tomorrow and then be wrong and then no one trusts me again. It's very important to uphold my trust factor to the best of my ability. I don't know. All I know is two things, okay? It was announced 2 years ago. No, 3 years ago, 2023. Chris Roberts made a comment that it is in the polishing phase, correct? Or it's in like feature complete, blah, blah, blah. 2 years ago, we got the 1 hour gameplay that was live and still had some bugs or whatever, but it was live, which was really big. Okay, because like you're showing us the prelude live, which is cool. And then I think, yeah, the letter from the chairman, and that said 2026 release, right? And then you get the letter from the chairman this year that still consistently confirms the 2026 release, okay? It's going into beta phase. I don't actually think he confirms it in the letter from the chairman. Does he? I'll have to look at it again. I don't think he confirms the date in the letter from the chairman, but it is literally on the website. It says 2026. Is it going to come out this year? I hope so. But if it's not ready, don't release it. It's a big deal. If Squadron comes out and it's not ready, GG's, GG's to the whole thing. Like $1 billion and they release a buggy game. Like, no one wants to hear that. Like, I can't wait for guys, we should just get to 1 billion so that we can start seeing all the media posts. There's going to be like 20 million media posts. 1 billion games and the game is not done yet. Oh, blah, blah. Like, I can't wait. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I don't know. I think Squadron will happen this year. Yeah. You guys are laughing about waiting for a SC 1.0 launch. I'm still waiting for my Endeavor rework to be announced, which won't happen until after 1.0. I'm so sorry. We were just talking. I made a video. It didn't do so hot, but we were just talking about the Banu Merchantman. How many of the people in the chat own a Banu Merchantman? Whether it's in your buybacks or in your fleet or what have you. It's 1 billion for 2 games, by the way. Oh, I know, Raz. You don't have to. You don't have to convince me. I'm aware. Like, I've looked. They are barely making. I don't even think they're profitable every year. This game is expensive, man. This game is expensive. Squadron 42 is expensive. The systems that they're making are expensive. All of these like dynamic server meshing and Starcloth and star bags and star people and whatever. Like, there's 10 million systems being made that are going to change gaming, in my opinion. Dynamic server meshing being the big one, I think. But we're getting Quasi this year, I think. So we'll see how that goes. But there's so many cool systems being made in the back end, like Maelstrom and all that are gonna, change the way the game feels. So, like, trust me, no, I get it. It's not a lot of money if you really think about it. Over that 12 year, it's not a lot of money. I'm just saying, like, I hate to do this. I'm gonna do it. Grand Theft Auto 6 has used between $1 and $2 billion with a 7,700 employee base. They have 7,700 employees, and they made one game. Or they're making one game, GTA 6, that is 250 kilometers, square kilometers, something like that. Anyway, just that's the play space, 250 square kilometers, I think, or miles or so. I forgot exactly. Anyway, the surface of Daymar is 1 million square kilometers or something like that. I forgot. See, I gotta look up the stats now. How big is the? Hold on. GTA 6 map in square. Let me see. Kilometers. Okay, yeah. So it is 225. Let's just say 225 square kilometers. How big is the surface of Daymar Moon in Star Citizen in square kilometers? Daymar, a moon of Crusader in Star Citizen, has an estimated surface area of approximately 4.5 and 9.5 million square kilometers. Okay, now you're all going to say, but Daymar is empty. Yes, right now it is. It's a moon. It's supposed to be empty. That's just an example, though. We could go to Crusader and talk about Genesis, whatever. All I'm saying is $950 million is not a lot of money for what's being made. I'm sorry. You can hate me. You can send me hate mail. Send it to my manager at active.tv or active.tv. You can send it to him. I'm probably not going to read it, but I'm the manager, by the way. Yeah, I'm not going to read it. But you can send it there to get all your frustrations out. That's fine. But it's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money. I'm just saying. So yeah. When you talk about the salaries of all the employees and you talk about all the stuff all the time that's invested in like the systems and stuff, is the time perfectly invested where someone doesn't look at the ceiling for 5 seconds? No, of course not. Where are you going to find that? But it's, it's not a lot of money. What, 900 million in 14 years is nothing. It really isn't. It's nothing at all. Nothing. They barely break even from what I understand. I don't know their financials. I'm not going to get into that. That's not. My job is to just enjoy the game, okay? I'm not gonna get into that. You know what I mean? But anyway, this game is the Ready Player One in our that's what I said. That's what I said. This is going to be Ready Player One. Guys, do you understand how big GTA 6 or GTA, we're going to use GTA again. I'm so sorry. Do you understand how big that game was in the role-playing sector? Picture Grand Theft Auto role-playing, okay? And then remove yourself from that tiny little box and think about when they finally get freaking VoIP. Guys, please, VoIP, please send every team on VoIP. I don't care. Like, you can yell, just please send every team to fix VoIP. Just whatever needs to happen, please. Picture this game in the role-playing sector in Star Citizen. Picture that with VoIP and with the ships we have, the 890 jump, where you just go on a cruise. Like, just picture that. Picture role-playing in this game with VoIP working for everybody. And just picture it. Like, it's insane. The possibilities, guys. It's insane, man. I have goosebumps talking about it. I know, like, I'm new. Oh, man, he should have been here 12 years. I get it. But I'm so excited, man. I'm so genuinely excited for what this will be. This will be our Ready Player One. This really will be. I truly believe that too. I truly believe that too, man. So I'm excited. And you know what? They were very smart to focus on Squadron. Why? Because it's a single player experience that doesn't involve any online server technology meshing crap. Think about how there's a lot of people that say, I'm just in this for the PU. I don't care about Squadron. Bull crap. Baloney. You are going to play Squadron because why? Because it's Star Citizen without server problems. You know it's true. You're going to get on there. There's going to be smooth riding, smooth sailing, no bugs, okay, maybe bugs, but no server technology problems, no desyncing and all that crap. It's all going to be local. And you're going to play it. I know you will. Everyone will. Okay, everyone that plays the PU right now will play Squadron. I know for sure. I have a feeling. But just think about that. And then now they can pull all the systems from Squadron that they spend all the time on, pull them into the PU slowly but surely. And it's going to take a while because, again, server stuff and latency and all that crap and servers talking to other servers and stuff that I don't have the brain to think about. I don't know, man. It's really cool. Now, type 1 if you hate me after everything I've just said. Not that I care too much because, we got to be ourselves. But yeah, this is, dude, this has been so cool. I hate you right now. Assassin, I hate you. But yeah, guys, like I said, this is not the stream for everybody. I am very positive. I have a very positive take on the game, and I will for the foreseeable future. In 10 years, if 1.0 is not out and my grays get worse and I'm still talking like this, then we have a problem. I'm probably being paid under the table millions of dollars to speak that way. But right now, I am not being paid at all. I just really, really, truly enjoy the game. Truly. And I'm excited for the future. Just so you guys know, I don't normally stream at this time. I actually have to go upstairs. My partner's up there. She's watching all the kids right now. I do have to go upstairs and make them lunch and stuff and help her because she's just kind of doing it alone at the moment. I would not allow that because normally I stream at 5 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so put that in your calendars. The best way to do it is turn on notifications on Twitch and on YouTube. You can turn on the notification bar. That way you know exactly when I go live. Or we have a Discord. Now, this is good for all the new players, okay? We have a Discord that it has a veteran ticket system. So similar to the system that's going to come with Star Citizen. It's not in the game yet, but you can ask a veteran for help or whatever, and there's reputation and stuff like that. We have that in Discord. We have veterans that have thousands of hours in the game. You can go on there, submit a ticket, and ask them for help if you're new, and just get them to train you. Like, for instance, Saltine, he's in the Discord. He will help you become a better pilot. Trust me, he did it for me, and I'm the worst pilot ever. So if he can do it for me, he can do it for you as well. Very kind man, very good teacher, but there's many others in industrial and all of that stuff as well. So definitely definitely go check that out. It just says like a vet ticket or whatever. If you want to submit to become a veteran, there's a vet applications in the Discord as well. You can go check that out too. Discord is below in the description on YouTube, and it's !Discord in the Twitch chat as well. But yeah, guys, turn on notifications. I'll be live in about 4 hours. I'm going to spend some time with the kids, do lunch stuff with them, do dinner and all that. I'll be live at 5 p.m. Eastern in about 4 hours. I just want to give a big shout out to all the new followers, all the support today. Did not expect this at all. CIG, Star Citizen, and Niku. I think that's how I say your name. Thank you very much for the raid and all of that. That was very kind of you guys. I truly appreciate it. And as always, guys, we're going to call it here. 07s to all of you. Let's get some 07s in the YouTube and on the Twitch. 07s to all of you guys. Thank you very much for being an incredible community. I am blessed. I don't deserve it. It's insane what you guys have done for me this month and all the other previous months. You guys are amazing. Thank you all very, very much. I'll be back in 4 hours. Going to go spend some time with the fam. I will see you guys then. In the YouTube, if you go to Active in the Verse on YouTube, you can watch my reaction to the show. It's on YouTube right now before Star Citizen posts it. I got you guys. You guys can go watch it over there. All right. Love you guys. 07s. God bless. And God willing, I'll see you in about 4 hours. Much love.